This screencast on Module 58. So in Module 58, the focus is on trait theorists. And trait theorists, for the most part, are going to utilize personality inventory tests. Now, I invite you to look at that definition because you really want to know what a personality inventory is and what it's comprised of. I'm going to assume you know that and can look at that definition. Here are some examples. I'm not sure if this one is, I don't think this one's in your book anymore, but Raymond Cattell also has one as a personality test. This is the most widely used in contemporary psychology, the BFI, the Big Five, or the five factor. You can see the difference between these tests. These tests are meant to be objective, and these tests are meant to be projective, right? So psychodynamic and trait theorists have different ways of assessing the personality. All right, now let's just get into the BFI, or the five-factor model. That's the one that, again, is most widely used in contemporary psychology. So basically, it is an empirically derived test. It uses factor analysis, and it proposes that our personalities are comprised of five major trait categories. Those five traits are sometimes called superfactors, and we went over in class what a superfactor is, and I also posted a screencast on factor analysis. So 5 core traits, and all of those traits can be scored on the spectrum, meaning you can be high or low in any particular trait. Okay, so here are the traits. Okay, and what I did here was I just included the low portion as well, right? So extroversion includes extroversion, introversion, right? And you can score high or low or high depending upon how you want to look at it, right? So these are the core 5 traits. I've also given you a little bit on openness. Some researchers will give you a little bit more information. So for instance, if you score high in openness, it means you're more inventive and curious. If you score lower, it means you're more consistent and cautious. Okay? All right. So again, they're scored from a low to high, and obviously it's really helpful that we can create an acronym out of the Big Five. You can either use OCEAN or CANOE. And what I want you to do here is pause me and look at some of the descriptions, because this is just a question of memorizing. Also, I hope you took the BFI test that I gave you. I'm wondering if there were any surprises there. But here are the 5 traits in the 5-factor or Big Five inventory. And here are some descriptions of what it means to, say, be low or high in neuroticism. Okay? All right, and again, here's just another one for you to take a look at. Now, let's just wrap up. Core ideas. So the core ideas that influence trait theory are that we can create assessments, personality questionnaires, right? Personality inventories, which are questionnaires that will give us valid and reliable results, which will tell us and identify the traits that comprise our personalities. So that's one of the core ideas. The other one that gets challenged by the situationists is that there's a link between traits and behavior. All right. And the trait theorists believe that our traits, especially in adulthood, are pretty stable and pretty enduring. Now, there's a few exceptions to that, which you should get into in your book. And the other thing is that, therefore, because they're stable and enduring, they're consistent across situations. And of course, the person-situation controversy will challenge this. So things you'll need to do: look up personality inventory. Make sure you understand what the definition is. Make sure you know the person-situation controversy. And also make sure you understand the predictive value and the biological, the heritability of all of these traits.